Inventory is full. That shelf isn't ready yet. I can't fix that yet. That's still recharging. I can't carry anymore. I can't fix that. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
There's a sizable force of gnolls in camp there, and from what you tell me, they are tough ones. It must not have been easy for you to gather this intelligence. Here you are, adventurer. We are grateful for your aid, and if you haven't already done so, speak with Marshal Maris and Magistrate Solomon within Lakeshire. Our situation grows ever more desperate. Those two will have need of you, I'm sure.
Hey there. Farewell.
Light be with you. By the light! The Stormwind army retreated from Westfall, and the guard no longer protects Darkshire? There is some treachery abound. How could this be so? Oh, I forgot to reward your service, adventurer. Here are some coins. Now excuse me. Something is amiss in Stormwind, and I must get to the bottom of it.
How are you?
Murlocs are becoming a problem. Larger groups of the fishmen are dropping anchor along the shores of Lake Everstill and fishing up a storm. We need them gone before they eat all the fish in the lake. Hunt Murlocs. Bring me 8 of their fins and I might have something for you.
Where would you like to fly to?
See you around.
I'm giving a speech on the fortitude of the spirit, and I'd like to recite passages from a particular book on metallurgy. The Stresses of Iron. A copy of this book should be in the Royal Library within Stormwind Keep. Can you retrieve it for me? If so, then may the blessings of the light be with you. The Royal Library is very large, but the head librarian, Milton Sheaf, knows each shelf like it was his own son. Speak to him. He'll retrieve the book for you. It has been proven that the light is with you, adventurer, but as times grow more dangerous, it becomes important to know what strength lies beneath the flesh. When demons, dragons, or any other evil set foot in your lands, your mettle will be tested. Will you be strong enough? Bravery, regardless of the situation, is as much a part of paladinhood as the light, your armor, and your weapon. Protecting the weak and not losing faith are two more lessons you must master while you study in the Cathedral of Light.
Valor and all the virtues that go along with it are like rare minerals. You must cherish them when you find them because of their value, but you must also take time to harvest them. Refine them. When mixed together properly, a strong alloy is formed, sometimes unbreakable, by even the most powerful blows. This strength, your faith, your bravery must be tested. You must learn to never lose faith, and realize that with the power of the light, you can overcome things that most others cannot.
Ah, you wish to petition me for a test of valor. Splendid. There are many tasks throughout the city and surrounding lands that hold much challenge, and they could use a woman with your skills. This test should not be taken lightly, adventurer. This, like many things along our path, could take our lives. The Church always wishes to bolster its ranks, but it understands the sacrifices needed to ensure the paladins serving it are worthy. Are you prepared? Good. Your lack of hesitation is a sure sign that you are prepared and eager to test yourself. So be it. At the very ends of Westfall's longshore, a small house overlooks the ocean. There, a couple lives, the Stillwells. Jordan is an incredible smith, and he's gone to Ironforge to meet with the dwarves for a while, but this has left Daphne, his wife, alone and unprotected. Reports suggest that the Defias have all but taken over the area. Daphne may need some protection from the villains. Go there.
Stormwind, such a bustling hub of activity. I have traveled from afar to seek help. Often it is heard that brave adventurers roam these city streets. My brother Gershala requires assistance in Darkshore. He resides in the seaside town of Oberdeen. The journey is a long and epic one. It is for this reason that I ask the help of a seasoned adventurer such as yourself.
Metallurgy? Yes, we have many books on the subject and are happy to aid Brother Christoph with his speech. Now, which particular book was it the good brother needed? The Stresses of Iron? Yes, I know the book. Quite a good one. Written by the dwarven miner Margulf Blagan a few decades ago. He spent most of his time deep in the mountains of Casmodan, digging ore. Smart fellow. But where was I? Oh yes, The Stresses of Iron. I'm afraid the book was moved to the Northshire Abbey. The caretaker of the Abbey's library, Brother Paxton, wanted to make a copy of the book for his own shelves. But that was months ago. I wonder why it's taking him so long.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Well met. plate, bless you.
Good day.
Cooking is a lifelong pursuit, and I see we share the same passion.
Mr. Sheaf is wondering where his book is? Well, that's a tad embarrassing. I have the book, but I'm still making my copy, and I'm not quite ready to give the original up. I've been meaning to finish my copy of The Stresses of Iron, but, well, you see, I make my own ink for books I copy. It's my own recipe. It doesn't run or smear, and it dries very quickly. Unfortunately, it dries too quickly. My last batch dried up before I could finish the copying job, and I haven't had the chance to make more ink. To make more, I need Rathbun iron ore from the Red Ridge Mountains. Foreman Oslo and Lakeshire is my usual supplier.
A job well done, adventurer. I know well the roads you had to journey to procure this fine array of liquor, but my patrons will be happy once again. My wife is quite a seamstress. Please accept this cloak she made in return for your services.
Hey there.
You need what? Maybe you haven't noticed, but we're busy fortifying Lakeshire's defenses and repairing damage from recent orc attacks. If you need Rathbun iron ore, you'll have to get it yourself. Rathbun ore is named after the man who first found it, Bart Rathbun. When smelted, it's not as strong as iron, but its ore has a dark, flat color that some scribes use in their dyes. It can be found in the Rathbun caverns north of here. We usually have some in stock, but we're too busy preparing for orc attacks to gather any. And besides, Redridge gnolls are now living in the Rethbin caverns, and their drudgers are gathering the ore themselves. So if you need some, you'll have to get it yourself.
adventurer. Welcome to Thelsamar. And while you're here, don't forget to visit our local brewery. Pilot Stonegear loves his siege engine, as every pilot should. And he's always eager to find new ways to improve his tank's firepower. He heard rumours of a rare ore, and is looking for someone to hunt it down for him. If your boots are starting to itch, then find Stonegear at Steel Grill's depot in Dunmorone and see what he wants. Mountaineer Rockgar is looking for volunteers for a mission through Dun Algaz and into the wetlands. If you want to get your boots wet in that soggy county to the north, then speak with Rockgar at Dun Algaz. Dun Algaz is north up the road, beyond the guard tower. Hello, adventurer! You're here for the scouting mission, are you? Very good. I hope your gear is in good condition because this scouting mission has changed into something more messy. Orcs of the Dragonmoor clan have a haven in the wetlands, and now they have expanded into Dun Algaz. We can't let them keep their foothold here, or Loch Moden will be cut off from Menethil Harbour, our port and stronghold in the wetlands. Break through Dun Algaz to the wetlands beyond, and kill some orcs for good measure. Report to Valstag Ironjaw in Menethil Harbour. Menethil is through Dun Algaz, then north along the road, then west at the fork. We're counting on you, adventurer. Do not fail.
I can't. That spell is brilliant. That's still recharging. That spell isn't done yet. It's too far away. I can't trust that. That's still recharging. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away. I can't pass that yet. That's still recharging.
peacefully for many years, but now grow in numbers. Their feet stand flat, the fens, bushes, and flowers, and their foul axes cut too much wood to fuel their fires. They're no longer in balance with the land. For the wetlands to survive, the knolls must be reduced. Kill 15 moss-eyed knolls, and 10 moss-eyed mongrels. Hunt them to the south, near the dwarven gate of Algaz. After you do this, return to me.
Great to meet you.
Oh, well, all Hinderweir is wise to be worried. This ain't no ordinary blast powder. Look at the tiny silver crystals and the distinct smell. Why, it's clear as daylight that this is Seaphorium powder. Seaphorium is harmless enough, but once it's wet, it could blow Ironforge out to the mountain. The chemical reaction can be diffused by mixing 4 components: lurker venom, crushed mogrosh crystal, a crocodile tear, and this disarming colloid. Now tell Hinderweir before it's too late. Greetings, traveller! Don't suppose you might be heading in the direction of Menethil, would you? If you're not, I'd suggest you stop there. It's a good place to purchase goods and even have a pint and relax. Now, if it just so happens that you're heading in that direction, I don't suppose you'd mind taking this bundle of crocolisk skins to James Halloran, the tanner. I'd do it myself, but my wife's been in quite a mood lately, and I'd like to put off facing her as long as possible. Your report is full of bad news. I see the Dragon Moors are making a strong move into Algaz. Normally the Dragon Moors just hide up in the hills. What made them surge into Algaz is still a mystery. Thank you, adventurer, and we'll probably want your help dealing with these orcs.
King's honor, friend. Need help? This is from Einar, right? Hasn't delivered his skins to me in person for almost a week now. No doubt it's some differences with the wife. Maybe I'll have my wife go speak with Sita sometime. I'm James Halloran, the tanner. My cured crocolisk skins are sought after all over, shipments leaving by boat to ports around the world. Met Einar? He's one of the hunters that brings crocolisk skins in for me. I'm a bit short on the softer skins that come off crocolisk young. Being that I'm running low, I'll pay you top coin for a stack of the skins. You can find the young crocs in the marshes, right outside of town. Murlocs are crawling out from the deep waters and building their villages on the coastline. They are harassing our fishers and merchants and must be stopped. One of these Murlocs, Gobbler, skulks with other bluegill Murlocs and Harry's merchants along the road, always then retreating to the safety of the nearby Murloc hovels. Our merchants are in jeopardy, and we will pay to secure them. Gobbler prowls the river inlet north of here. Find him, slay his kin, and bring me his head.
Hello. What brings you here?
In the aftermath of the battles at the Well of Eternity, I heard that Amatharan had been destroyed, its people dead, including my love, Anaya. I would never have thought, thousands of years later, that memories of Anaya would still haunt my dreams. Wandering the woods of Darkshore in a stupor, I found myself in the ruins of Amatharan, where I saw the haunted spirit of my beloved. She must be freed, but I lack the heart to do it. Her spirit must be destroyed.
I love crab. Crabs are the fruit of the sea. You can bake it, barbecue it, boil it and broil it. They're pan-fried, deep-fried and stir-fried. There's crab salad, crab soup, crab stew, pepper crab, lemon crab, whipper-root crab and iron-forged surprise crab. That's about it. I'm here fishing right now, so I can't get any fine crab chunks. You can pick them out of reef crawlers and encrusted tide crawlers. You can make a lot with it. You can bake it, barbecue it, boil it.
Majestic sea creatures are known to launch themselves at the Darkshore coastline, beached there until they die. Lately, these beasts have been washing ashore in ever-increasing numbers. I've been sent here by the Temple of the Moon to investigate, but the presence of murlocs along the water has made my research difficult. There is a giant creature washed ashore just south of Aberdeen that is ringed by the foul grey mist murlocs. Could you go and retrieve bones from the creature for our study? May a loon walk with you, adventurer. The Temple of the Moon has come to help the troubled citizens of Aberdeen. I hope the Murloc did not give you much trouble in collecting this for us. I will be sure to get this on the next hippogriff to Darnassus. The Temple of the Moon has given me some funds to hand out for assistance. Please have some with our thanks. Your success here emboldens me to offer you a chance to aid the Temple of the Moon further, if you are interested. That beached creature is not an isolated incident here in Darkshore. There are more along the coastline and even in the water. I would like for you to investigate another one that we know of. This one was reported to be in the water due west of Aberdeen, close to a sunken vessel. Return to me with anything that you may recover that would aid our research. Also, in your travels you may find other creatures. By all means, if you should discover anything, then please bring it to our attention.
Attention, a reward is being offered for the death of the Murloc merchant. This foul beast is known to be responsible for the death of at least one sentinel, and is suspected of causing the sinking of at least 2 cargo vessels in the waters off Darkshore. Berkdeep was last spotted at a hutted Murloc camp south of Aberdeen, and is thought to be protecting the huts there. Reward claims for this bounty should be claimed with Sentinel Glyndon Alshay in Aberdeen, the Aberdeen Village Council.
I am devising a potion that requires rare mushrooms, mushrooms that grow only in a certain cave. The cave lies behind Cliffspring Falls, to the east and slightly north along the mountains. I would go there myself, but I was advised by the Grove of the Ancients to stay away from that place. Our venerable allies sense that the cave is the hiding place for a new evil in Darkshore. Please, adventurer, gather the mushrooms for me. And while doing so, scout the cave to confirm the Ancients' fears.
What an honor it was when Master Grey Whisker assigned me to work under the guidance of the great prospector Remtravel. At the Academy in Ironforge, everyone knew of Remtravel's great discoveries, but the prospector is rather, oblivious to his surroundings. We had uncovered evidence of a great society. Horrible golems sprang forth from the ground and overran the site. Remtravel never seemed to notice. I ran back to Oberdeen for help. Please travel south and see if the prospector is okay.
Recently, Rain Wolfrunner came through Oberdeen from Darnassus and was heading to Ashanvale. She said something about the Furbolgs. I wasn't given an opportunity to ask more about her situation. But perhaps you can seek her out and lend her your aid, adventurer. Take the southern road out of Oberdeen. Once you reach Ashanvale border, continue your path down the road. There you will find Astronara and Rain Wolfrunner.
Ah, so my brother Argos sent you? I realize you must be weary from your travels, but we have much to talk about. Foolish blood elves toil with demonic magic. Have they not witnessed what happened with the Naga and with the satyrs of Kalimdor? I fear that the blood elves will meet a similar deformation. Azeroth cannot afford to give birth to another vile race of monsters. I wish to study the brain stems of the satyr and Naga, so that I might deduce what fate the elves are headed toward. In Blackfathom Deeps, on the coast of Ashenvale, you will find both satyr and Naga. 'Tis a long journey, adventurer.
Hail, young person. I am Alyssa Starbreeze, and it is my charge to protect Oberdeen from harm. To this end, I sent Balthuel Shadowstrike to observe the strange happenings around the Tower of Althalax to the northeast. It is past time that he should have returned. I worry that he has encountered some unforeseen danger in the forest. I would be most appreciative if you would find him and see that he is doing well. Hostile moonkin roam in ever-increasing numbers to our east. They once were thought to be gentle, almost mystical creatures. While some continue to hold reverence for them, the safety of Oberdeen forces me to keep a more realistic view. I've received reports that moonkin are being drawn to a large red crystal along Darkshore's eastern mountain range. No one has any idea what that crystal is, or even if it really exists. I want you to locate it over there and report back to me what you find.
Greetings. Peace be with you.
You've been a tremendous help here today. We now have a solid chance at unlocking the mystery of why these creatures choose to beach themselves on the coast of Darkshore. The idea that they might be fleeing the area around Teldrassil is disturbing. Should you come across others in your travels, please let me know. Our research here is but in its infancy. On behalf of the Temple of the Moon, please accept this as thanks for the effort you have given. Thank you, adventurer.
Greetings, person. I am Tharnarian Tree Tender. A sickness spreads across the Darkshore, gripping the minds and bodies of all it touches. The Thistlebears have been hit the hardest by this plague. The once noble beasts are now an instrument of destruction, rabid and frenzied. I may have a cure for this ailment. Take this trap to the forest and lay it on the ground. Any rabid thistlebear that crosses the light shall become docile for a short time. Once the bear is docile, it shall follow you. Lead it back here, adventurer. Some of my brethren were rescued from a corrupt furbolg in Teldrassil, and I vowed to stop any more atrocities before more of our kind are injured, or worse. I have seen a couple hints of corruption in Darkshore already, but I have yet to find any widespread signs. I think it would be logical if the investigation continued with the Furbolgs. Would you find one of their camps and return to me if you see any signs of corruption?
Greetings.
Our work has only just begun, adventurer. Are you prepared for your next task? As I had feared, the cure does not work. It saddens me greatly to order the death of any of nature's beasts, but the sick and tainted thistle bears must be put down. Return to the forest and destroy 20 rabid thistle bears, adventurer. It will most certainly not put a stop to the plague, but it will slow down the damage the animals are doing to our forest and its inhabitants for a short time. This is terrible news indeed, adventurer. With the fur bogs this close to Aberdeen, we will have to prepare ourselves for the inevitable. Thank you, adventurer. You've already proven adept at scouting our enemy, adventurer. Do you have what it takes to fight them as well? Not all adventurers prefer straightforward combat to the art of stealth and evasion. If you think you're up for the task, then the Furbog camp south of Aberdeen is currently the biggest threat to our people. You'll find some of the Blackwood tribe there. Kill 8 Pathfinders and 5 Windtalkers and return to me here. Your scouting of the Furbog camp is information that Thunderous Windweaver should be made aware of. He graciously serves as the Elder of Aberdeen, offering sage and just stewardship of the day-to-day affairs of the village. Please, share with him your findings to date on the Furbog situation. I believe he has some ideas of his own on the reasons behind their corruption. Perhaps you can work with him to enact a plan to restore the balance of nature here.
So the crystal exists, adventurer? Fascinating. Anyway, your task has been well executed. Good work. What exactly is this crystal? This is but a single question in a sea of questions. Another question that comes to mind is why the Moonkin would be drawn to this object. Is the crystal benign in nature, or does it hold a more sinister purpose? I have many more questions, but we're going to need to examine that crystal closely to get some answers. Use this empty vial and fill up on some Moonwell water here in Aberdeen. Such potent magic should provide a clue as to the composition of the crystal. To do that, you'll pour the liquid over the crystal. It should take care of the rest. While I don't anticipate anything bad happening to you, I still want you to be careful. Above us to the east is Felwood. If that crystal is tied to that place as I suspect it is, then it could prove to be very dangerous.
Well met, adventurer. Your scouting of the Furbog situation comes at a fortuitous time for us in Aberdeen. For some time we have dealt with not only forest dwellers who are now openly hostile to our presence, but also the outright corruption of the forest itself. Hopefully you might be able to lend Aberdeen aid during these troubling times. The Cliffspring River has begun turning foul and corrupted. It empties into the Mist's Edge, and I fear the wash will affect Aberdeen soon. I suspect the Blackwood Furbogs upriver are the cause of the taint, but I also suspect that they aren't the true root of it. Take this sampling tube and go to the mouth of the river to our north. Proceed inland, and draw a sample from the pool there. You'll see a bridge overhead. Once you have a sample, return to me in Aberdeen.
You have made it once more to the mysterious crystal. Removing the stopper on the tube of Moonwell water, you gingerly pour the contents out over the top of the crystal. As the water cascades down its lattices, you see the opaque surface turn transparent. The Moonwell water has revealed that embedded inside the crystal are a few small fragments of bone, as well as half of a jawbone. The jawbone appears to be from a humanoid, but it is unclear without breaking open the crystal. a feat that even the strongest of magic would find near impossible. With the task at hand complete, all that remains is to report back to Sentinel Blinda Nalshay in Aberdeen.
What brings you? Well, it would seem that even though we know more about this crystal, more unanswered questions are the result. I'll take the information you've uncovered to the council here in Aberdeen. Perhaps they'll know a course of action to follow on this crystal. Well, that is, if there is one to be taken. For now, the threat remains far enough to our east to be out of harm's way. As for you, please have this. Consider it a reward for a job well done, adventurer.
More sea turtle remains lie beached along the coastline. This particular set has an abandoned carriage attached to the turtle's shell. Perhaps this creature was driven to the shoreline by unknown beings, rather than beaching itself as some of the other remains suggested. Grey mist murlocs now make the remains of this creature their home, feasting off the carrion. In the carriage you find a box with strange markings on it. Perhaps Gwyneth Bly-Legondon in Aberdeen can make sense of it.
It's too far away. That's still recharging.
The skeletal remains of a sea turtle lie in the sand of the northern Darkshore beaches. The grey-mist murlocs have either not found this carcass, or perhaps they have and are shying away from it for some unknown reason. Regardless, there is enough of the turtle left to take a sample back to Gwyneth Bly-Legand in Aberdeen for the Temple of the Moon to study.
Alyssa sent you. Then it is good tidings you bring. I have troubling news to report to her and had no means with which to deliver it. A group of warlocks has taken up residence around and inside the tower. I would have returned to Aberdeen to report to Alyssa earlier, but I was afraid that I might miss something while I was away. Delgren suspected such a company might be gathering at the tower, but did not know why. A few scraps of parchment that the warlocks carry have found their way to my hands, but I need more to complete the puzzle. I warn you not to venture into the tower, however. The warlocks there are much more powerful.
can't carry anymore. It's too far That's still recharging. Inventory is full. I need to get closer. Anymore.
Many thanks, adventurer. This should shed some light on this warlock's gathering. The Cult of the Dark Strand. I've never heard of this group before. Having no knowledge of their history, it is all but impossible to say what their plans must be. There is no more time to delay. Warning must be delivered to Delgrin immediately.
My master,
Delgrin the Purifier is a paladin who has graciously offered his assistance in defending our forests from the forces of the demons and undead. He has taught me much about the holy light and the art of battle. Delgrin must know of the cult's operations immediately. You can find him far south of here at Meister's post in Ashenvale Forest. The Swift, I fear the Darkman's threat grows with each passing day.
We need to get Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
What can you do at an inn? Well, when you stay at an inn, you rest very comfortably. Because of this, you will become well-rested much more quickly than you would in the wilderness. When you are well-rested, you learn more from experience. You may also speak with any innkeeper to get a hearthstone, and can later use the hearthstone in order to quickly return to that inn.
Many thanks, adventurer. These mushrooms are fine specimens. And when you were at Cliff Spring Falls, did you find anything to confirm the warnings of the ancients? The ancients are wise, but I had hoped that this time they were wrong. Onu, an ancient of lore at the Grove of the Ancients, knows of your journey to Cliffwater Falls and wishes to speak with you. The grove lies to the south, nestled near the mountains. The ancients are patient and wise, adventurer. But if Onu seeks your counsel concerning what you saw in the falls, then I fear it is urgent. It's no surprise how tainted this water is, but just look at how putrid it is becoming. It would seem that action is needed sooner than later. Adventurer? To our east is Fellwood. It is the real source of this corruption, one that I have seen in times past. I predict this sample will confirm this. We might be able to enact a cure for it here, but in order to even try, we will need assistance. When that time comes, adventurer, I hope you will be able to give the aid we need. We've learned that a source of Furbolg corruption is from the Satyr. They hold sway via talismans that they channel magic through. If the Furbolg have a chance at salvation, we must lure out the Satyr corruptor and take that talisman. Fill this bowl at our moonwell and take samples of the Furbolg's food from their northern camp. Mix them and place it near the bonfire by the river. Any Furbolgs who eat will be cleansed just long enough to lure out the Satyr corruptor, who then you must slay.
I am honored. Till next we meet.
Hello. Be careful. I am honored. Ishnu Daldier.
It is interesting that the Murlocs were not present at this site. We will keep this in mind as we study this creature's remains. Thank you for your effort, adventurer. The Temple of the Moon would like for me to give you this as compensation for your time. I have heard of the kinds of carriages found on the back of the turtle you found. Those I do believe are